Change starts with a decision. No more excuses. It don't have to make sense to nobody else but you and God. Everything that makes you you is why you're so important. Your strengths are the keys to the doors that, guess what? Only you were meant to open. We're going to use this 30 minutes to get some stuff done. We're not wasting no more time. There's so many things to do, accomplish, and to grow and build. You don't have to do everything on your own. Join us every Tuesday at 12 noon Central Standard Time. We are not moving forward to this next level in doubt or confusion. It's not easy. This is Penny Owens, founder of Penny Owens LLC, a leadership empowerment consultancy where we are on a mission to empower professionals, small business owners, and corporate teams to live and lead in their authentic purpose, starting with the hearts of leaders and expanding to their teams, environments, and the communities that they influence. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. I got a question for you. Yes, you. Do you know who you truly are? Do you know who you really are? It's a real question. Yes, it's a real question because you would be surprised how many people can't really answer that with a straight face, or they'll pause and they'll actually kind of sit there and like, I think I know how to answer that, but I'm not quite sure. So you'll be surprised. Do you know who you really are? Because you know what I'm going to tell you? You're not who they tell you you are. You're not what they think at all. So today we're going to get some clarity. I'm really happy that you're here. So hello, Purpose family. I'm so excited for you to be here. This is welcome to Intentional Tuesdays, where this is your weekly refresher, where you can align your purpose so that you can lead from your authentic truth, because we are not wasting any time. So let me make sure that everything's running. I believe so. I believe everything is going good. So we just want to keep this moving. We don't keep this party started. But like I said, this is where you come when you want to make sure that everything you get right. You're not wasting no time. I'm your host, Penny Owens, and today's episode is going to get real. We're going to get some real truths. We'll get some real answers. That's all we're doing here. Today's title for this show is do you know who you really are? Because this right here is not just another Tuesday. It's a divine invitation for you to rise to your higher self, to strip away every single label that has been put on you, the lies and the limitations that have been placed from outsiders, and even the ones that you've placed on yourself. This is for you to step into your truth of who God says that you are. I remember a time that for myself, by becoming from disabled to who you see now, there was a time where I'm doing everything right. I'm working hard and I'm achieving, I'm serving, I'm helping others. You're smiling, you're doing and handling your business. But inside, I felt like I was disconnected. I felt like there was still something that wasn't quite right, something that could be stronger. And you know what? I was right. You know yourself better than anyone else. You know when there's something off. Thank you, babe. I can't wait to smell that. There's a time where you know that something's off. You may not be able to put your finger on it. Even when everything's going good, you can still feel it and you can't ignore it. It's there waiting for you to get some attention. So if that's not the extreme, there's not a whole lot of things that's going wrong, just something needs a tweaking. Guess what? Congratulations. That is a good thing. But it still doesn't necessarily make you feel good. You feel like, okay, there's something else here that I need to pay attention to. Am I missing something? It's enough to make you feel a little insecure, depending on what it is that you're feeling. You may even seem crazy a little bit, or you feel ungrateful. You feel like, am I making this up? Why am I just not just thoroughly ecstatic about the success that I'm having and all the friends and connections that I'm making, the things that I'm doing with my family? But no, it's okay. There's something there, so don't ignore it. So I felt a little disconnected. I felt like there was something a little off. But in that moment of just self awareness, I realized that I have built this this version of myself that looked, let me see, that on the outside, you could see I looked very successful, but on the inside, I was still hiding who I truly was. And it wasn't that there was something crazy going on, but there was just still parts of me that I was not bringing to the table. And that's when God whispered, really, actually, more loudly, I didn't create you to perform. I created you to be. You're supposed to be who I made you, not act like it, not trial and error. Like it's different. And especially now, when you feel that, when you get that type of conviction on yourself, that wow, like I'm kind of wasting talent or what's going on, it changes your life. It's more than a pivotal moment. It's one of those things that, and anybody who's ever did any deep searching and answering questions and deep work within yourself, then you know what I mean, where everything's not bad, but everything's not necessarily great. It could be better. You can feel that room for expansion. And when you go into that, when you really take that time to figure it out, when you find it, when you find out that there's parts of me that I'm actually leaving behind, that it's not negative, I can take it with me. It makes me stronger, or I never even gave credit to this portion of me or this characteristic. Oh, I just thought that was just something simple. When you realize all these different things, like these pieces that you're leaving on the floor, and you start picking them up, you start to feel whole. You start to realize that this is who I am. I was real close before. I was real close before. But this is actually who I am in its entirety. In its entirety. And that hits something different. That is something different. Those of you who have done that work, then you know what I mean, because you can feel it on a cellular level that something's changing in me now that I actually am not leaving things behind. Now, that moment, it changed everything for me when I realized what was missing and what needed to be adjusted. It wasn't so much like it was a correction and something I was doing wrong, but just check this out. Once you look at it, it changed everything. And today, I want to help you find yours. I want to help you find whatever pieces that you are putting on the floor that you kind of leaving behind, the things that you think may be negative. It looks one way, but it's not. It's truly not. If it's yours, it's yours, and you should keep it. That's why he gave it to you. I'm just saying. So we're going to start with releasing the false identity. You may not think that it's not you, but there are things that we keep, that we collect for ourselves, that I'm telling you, maybe it's not even for you. That's why I don't feel good. Well, that's why it's not working out the way that you want, because maybe that's not yours. There's a part with self-awareness that you have to be able to accept the truths that are and accept the truths that aren't. That's the whole point of the truth. Other than that, we'll just be messing around and enjoying lies. And I think we got enough of that. I'm just saying there's enough of that. But with it, when you're letting go of these roles and these labels and masks that you are hiding behind, you're hiding your true self. It's doing more damage than good. Even if it looks like it's great, ultimately you're going to always be unsatisfied. Okay. It's going to be a void there. There'll be something you'll be trying to fill in. We've all worn masks to fit in, to be accepted, or to keep the peace. But those masks, they come at a cost. They really do. They disconnect us from our divine design, who you're supposed to be. And that's why you can't get rid of that feeling. Who have you been trying to be for others? Ask yourself that. Like, for real, ask yourself. What parts of yourself have you silenced because of that you didn't fit in the mold? Like you just didn't belong, so you're trying to ignore that part to you. God never asked you to blend in. You can say that wasn't from him. He called you to stand out. He made you different on purpose. You don't fit in because you're not supposed to. Authentic leadership, it starts when you stop performing and you start becoming who you were created to be. Your team, your clients, your community, everyone, they need you to stop worrying about perfection. That's not what they want. They need your presence. They need you to show up. They need you. And you are fearfully and wonderfully made. He didn't make no mistakes. He used that dirt and clay to the best of his ability. When you release the false identity, you make space for your divine identity to rise so that you can really see, okay, now this is who I am. So we're going to have a whole bunch of affirmations today because I told you we're going to get real and you're going to do some real work. So the first affirmation for this week, I release the false version of me and I will make room for who God designed me to be. That's important. Let it go, pick it up, but only what's yours. The second thing that we're going to recognize is recognizing your divine design. You may not know what that looks like, but you can feel it. You can feel it with the right questions, with the right sit still and quiet moment. You can feel it. So you just want to, you want to reconnect with God's vision for your life and your purpose. You got lost in translation. Life is busy. It's full of tasks. Stop checking off the checklist and start getting back into alignment. When you understand what it is, you stop wasting time and you don't steer so far to the left and so far to the right anymore. And it's because you're in alignment. That is the point. Like, you know how when your car, when you're trying to drive and if it's, shifting a little bit to the one direction, it makes you feel unstable. It makes you feel not safe. You don't feel secure. You're worried. It's stressful and it's scary. That's how your life is right now when you're not in alignment. So yes, I just compared you to a car, but you should be the driver in that car and you should be in alignment because it's safer. You feel more confident and you know that you're going to get to your destination for the most part. I'm just saying that's how we should be looking at ourselves. Keep yourself in alignment so that you know and you feel more confident about where you lay in them steps, what you're putting your hands on, who you are surrounding yourself with, what's in your environment. Only in true alignment do you understand what's supposed to be there and what's not. Because when you just kind of off, especially if it's emotions going on and stress, you're not going to hit the cues that would normally just kind of give you maybe a flag or that would catch your attention like, hey, look at me. I want you to pick me up. You won't see that. It's because you're distracted. It happens. But when you are in alignment with your purpose, you understand that you were created with intention. It's not just Intentional Tuesday. No, you were actually created with intention. Every gift, every lesson, and every detour, it looks like it's a mistake, but it's not. Even the detours, all of it are woven into your purpose. They have a point. So move a little curious, like start wondering, well, I wonder what this means. What is that doing for me? What does it mean? Ask some questions. One question you can ask yourself, think about the moments when you felt most alive or the most in line when it was good. That's not random. That's God showing you who you are because you can feel it. Feelings are not just an emotion. They are a status update, okay? They are a signal. So three identifiers for your divine design so that you can recognize it. Your passion. What ignites your spirit? What just makes you excited no matter what you're doing, what time it is, and when it shows up? What are your passions? What are your patterns? Where has God consistently used you to make an impact? Do your friends always call you? Do your family rely on you? Do they always call you at work? Where is he consistently showing up? Where it's like, hey, these people need you. You may not want to always be used, but they need you and they're looking for you. Your presence. What energy do you bring into every space? When you show up to the party, are you the highlight? I doubt you're the drainer because you're here. So I really doubt it. But if you are the drainer, then pay attention to that too. I'm just saying. But what do you bring when you show up to that room? That's another part where that you start to put together the breadcrumbs of your life to see, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. That is pretty consistent. You're not making it up. It's been years. You've been trying to change habits, but certain ones just won't go. You are a reflection of a limitless God. Limitless. When you see yourself as small and insignificant and important, you minimize what it is that He can do through you. Not necessarily for you, to you, through you. You're a vessel, period. You are made in the image of a greatness, okay? Nothing small about greatness, okay? Even the word is a little long. So stop settling for ordinary. I don't understand why people think that's okay. You're not ordinary. You're just not. Now, one of the second affirmations I want you to use this week, I see myself the way that God sees me. Powerful, capable, and called. Repeats. I see myself the way that God sees me. Powerful, capable, and called. Because it's true. You weren't a mistake. You have a grand purpose, and there's people waiting on you. So come on. And the third thing that you can do, reclaim your power and purpose. Stop leaving it on the table. Don't leave it behind. It's yours. If you want to have that full expression of life, the peace that comes with the knowingness of who you are, then you can't ignore what it is that you're supposed to do and all that strength that God put in you, because you are not weak by far at all. I'm sure when you think back of all the different things that you've been through, then that's already the receipts and the evidence that maybe I'm a little stronger than I thought. Like maybe I can do this, because you have been through more. You've been through worse, but you overcame it. You got through and you're still here, kicking and fighting, even if you got to scream, but you are still here. So give yourself all of that credit. You must not be as weak as you think. And if you don't think that you're weak, then you can definitely understand that you have a lot of strength. So I hope that you're using it. I hope that you're using it. Knowing who you are is one thing that it's one thing to know who you are, right? And it's another thing to own it, because that comes differently to some people. Everybody they don't put them together. I know who I know I am. Just like, no, I'm not talking about arrogantly, but just thoroughly understanding who you are and then making sure you're proud of it, that you're excited of that you're confident, and that you're going to bring that to the table wherever you are. When you step into the room, you are going to consistently be this person. That's important. Own it. It's yours. Now, if you don't like it, if you're confused about it, then that's probably going to confuse other people too. But if you accept and understand, this is me, let it move you differently. Because that's the point. I'm just saying, that is the point. Now, here's 3 ways that you can reclaim your process. Because like I said, you want all of yourself. Nobody is getting left behind. No pieces and nothing. I mean, can you imagine if you just left your whole elbow on the floor? That would be disgusting. Don't leave no parts by you. I'm just saying, none of this is going to stay on the floor. You're picking everything up and you will move in your whole self. So the first step to reclaiming yourself, declare it. Say it out loud. Speak your identity out loud every day. Your words have power. So stop using them to be sarcastic or cracking jokes or putting yourself down. Cut it out. Say who you are. Who is it that comes to your mind? Who is it that you feel that's in there that you may not think that everyone's going to agree with, that you don't think that people are going to understand? It don't matter about them. This is between you and Lord, period. So how you feeling today? You feeling pretty froggy? You feeling pretty strong? Do you feel like you're supposed to be owning something? Then that's who you are. It's not going to go anywhere. Even if you do try to be humble and sweet, if you got a fire burning inside of you, then let it burn. Why are you trying to put it out? Stop. So declare it out loud. So, because it's different when you hear the words. When you hear the words, it hits different, and it needs to hit you here. Second, decide on it. Choose the actions that align with your truth, who you truly are, and not who you used to be. Because now that you're here with this clarity, now that you're feeling good, guess what? You're not going to be who you were yesterday. There's no going back. I'm sorry. There's no refunds. Not at all. There's no refunds. So you need to understand that I'm different. I'm stronger, and I'm better. Do I want to keep this? Because it's a decision. Everything starts with a decision. You can be aware of a lot of different things, but if you don't actually make a decision on it, that's how things get left behind, left on the table, and the ball just gets dropped. So now that you are aware of all these different things, what do you want to do with it? I hope you chose you. I hope you chose to keep it. Even if you don't like some characteristics about yourself, let's get some clarity on why that's that. Why is this here? Why do I do this? What does it mean? There's a lot of room for growth. So even if you think something is negative, once you understand its point and purpose in your life, it feels different. It hits different, and understanding is everything. It's absolutely everything. And then the third thing you want to do, you want to reclaim this process, what you're doing, you want to finish it up, demonstrate it. Be about what you say. I'm just saying, now that you've said it, you made a decision, you need to do it. Demonstrate it. Walk into the rooms like you belong there because you do. There's a reason why you want to be there. They will accept you whether they are confused or not. Just do it. When you stand in your truth, you give permission for others to do the same. You're an example. So do that. Lead on purpose. Authentic leadership is not about commanding. It's about inspiring others. You don't want to just tell people what to do. You want to tell them who they can be and let them. God is not waiting for you to earn your identity. And it's definitely not about to come from your job. I hope you didn't think that that's what it was. No, you don't have to earn your identity. He already gave it to you. It's already there. It shows up every day, no matter where you at. Home, work, socially, whatever. It's already there. And it's time for you to live like you believe it because it's yours. So another affirmation that you can talk this week, just say it to yourself. I walk boldly in my divine identity, and I will lead with confidence of my calling. I will no longer be unsure because that's where you need to stay. Be confident in who you are because God is. Your identity is your power. That's where your power is. That's where your freedom lives. That's where your peace lives. So let's recap. First, release the false identity. Yeah. Second, recognize your divine design. Third, you need to reclaim your purpose and power. Get it all back. Don't let nobody else hold it. Get it all back. So ask yourself, just to start, if you really need some help, what part of your identity have you been hiding? And what truth will you start living today? Because you are going to be the one who gets to rev this up and just keep it moving. You have to activate it. It starts with you. So today, it isn't just another Tuesday. It's a divine reset. This is a reset. You are chosen, capable, and called. You. God has already placed everything that you need inside of you. He made no mistakes. So now it's time for you to rise up. It's time for you to step forward, and become exactly who you were always meant to be. There was no mistakes. You just didn't know. But now that you know, let's see what you do to it. Let's see what you do with it. Let's what you do for it. I'm just saying that makes a difference. If this message spoke to your spirit, share it with somebody that you think or you feel needs to hear it. Follow me on Instagram _Penny Owens or on Facebook at Empowerment Over Sacrifice for ways to align your leadership and your purpose. Always remember, lead with purpose in your purpose. This is Penny Owens, and I will see you next week for Intentional Tuesdays. Bye.